welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a pretty cool review on a semi-well-known brand called the CURATED. I'm going to be doing a review on the CURATED Classic shoulder leather bag, which is this right here. You may have already seen this in a previous video of mine, but today we're just going to be focusing on a pretty in-depth review of this bag. So first off, if you haven't heard of the CURATED, they're actually an Australian-founded and Scandinavian-based mid-tier luxury, semi-luxury brand with a focus for minimalist, timeless, and high-quality staples. They're actually really well known for more of their wool jackets and coats, but they do have this super popular bag. I think it's the only bag or accessory they sell, and it's this beautiful classic shoulder leather bag. Yeah, they're best known for their highly reviewed wool coats and jackets. I don't really have those just because the climate that I live in doesn't really warrant a thick coat, but I've heard some really great things about their pieces there as well. So starting off with more of the technical features and aspects of this bag, I did purchase it in the color nude in smooth leather, but it actually comes in two other colors. I think there's a black one and more of a chocolate brown one as well. And it also comes in two other textures, which is the faux crocodile and also the pebbled leather. So they have definitely very different options to choose from depending on your style and what you're interested in. Another thing is it does have a leather interior. So if you open it up right here, it has two main compartments, which is this large compartment here, a sort of slim one right here, and also a zippered area in the back. It does use PDV 18K gold-plated hardware, which is very beautiful. It has sort of this antique looking finish to it, and it does come with two adjustable straps, a shoulder strap, which is this one, which you could wear like this, and also a longer crossbody strap. And here I have the longer adjustable crossbody strap. Another thing to note is that when I received this particular item, it did ship from China, and there was a flat rate $25 USD shipping fee, and they used DHL Express. So it took about, I think, a week or two to come in, and since they are US based, that means that all of the applicable customs and duties taxes are already reflected in the price, so no need to pay for anything like that. I'll also make sure to put the dimensions right here just so you have an idea of how big this bag is. So as usual, starting off with the pros, as you can see, it is a beautiful, simple, and very classic silhouette, which is reminiscent of the Celine box bag. The gold hardware is absolutely stunning, and it is what I believe makes the bag stand out. It doesn't look cheap at all, and it has sort of an age/antique quality to it that I think looks very beautiful against the smooth leather color. And yeah, also another thing to note is that despite it having this very smooth texture, it actually is pretty scratch resistant. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm doing this and this, and yeah, it definitely doesn't scratch. I wouldn't want to test it out too harshly though. I mean, I wouldn't put my fingers and like make any sort of harsh movements, but again, like light scratches won't really affect it. I'm not sure if there's some type of coating they put on this smooth leather to make it a little bit more resilient, but I think that's always a plus to give it a little bit of more durability. And yeah, from my experience, it's also pretty water resistant. I have spilled on this bag before, and of course I wipe it down pretty quickly, and that seems to get rid of any sort of potential stains in the future. Lastly, I also love that there are two straps. I believe this shoulder strap is very beautiful. It also makes it really easy to take with you as a night bag, but at the same time you have that option of using the crossbody strap, which again adds to its versatility and just gives you a lot more options whenever you're styling outfits. Makes it very easy to find different uses for. So moving on to the cons, the bag did come with a sort of weird chemical smell. I'm not sure if that was from, you know, the manufacturing or maybe the factory that it came in, or it might have also been the packaging, but this does go away after a while. and it doesn't compromise the leather at all, so that's good to know. It was just one thing to note when I first received it. Additionally, I think the shoulder strap, although very great and I do like it, in comparison to my other bags that have shoulder straps, the length is a bit awkward, especially if you're sort of wanting to wear it with more of like a thicker sleeve. As you can see here, there's a weird scrunching. It still works great, and if anything, maybe in the future versions they could take that into consideration and making this strap a little longer, just so that, you know, it's easier to wear under sleeves that are a bit thicker. Although this crossbody strap is adjustable, it only goes up to a certain length. I think you could punch holes if you wanted, but at the same time you'd be risk kind of having sort of an awkward look there with the strap being longer. Yeah, that was just a minor flaw, not really an issue, but something I guess you should consider if you're thinking about, you know, different ways of styling this bag. Another thing, again, just a very minor sort of flaw, not really a huge issue, is that the bag is quite stiff. As you can tell, it's pretty structured. There is definitely some girth to it, and if you were looking for a more slightly looser bag, this might not be the bag for you. This does keep its shape very well. It's what makes it so easy to, you know, put on the floor or set down on the table. Yeah, that's one thing to note. It's not necessarily, I think, a huge con, but if that's not the style that you were looking for, definitely want to keep that in mind. So for the general consensus, in my overall opinion, if you're looking for a designer quality, timeless and classic handbag without breaking the bank, I would highly recommend this bag. I think it has a beautiful silhouette and structure. It makes it really easy to pair and style with all of your clothes year round. And depending on the color that you get, definitely much more versatile. For example, like the black bag, although nude, is also pretty versatile in itself. Obviously black is much easier to pair with everything, so definitely keep that in mind. Additionally, if you're not a big fan of big brand names in general and you're just looking for something that is a quality investment piece that you would want to use for a very long time, then this is your gal. It definitely has the vibe and the kind of aura of that kind of piece. And for the price, I think you're getting a really great quality as opposed to getting something that's a little bit more, you know, like as opposed to getting something from Zara or maybe Forever 21 that, you know, really isn't real leather sometimes. Definitely, if you want that upgrade into an investment piece, would consider this as well. These bags do tend to get restocked and sell in batches. I think it's a way to avoid overproduction, which is great, but that means that it does sell out pretty quickly, and they often don't really have all of the colors in stock, which is kind of a shame. So I would say that, you know, if you are truly serious about purchasing the bag, I would recommend looking at the site, maybe subscribing to their email list just to get some sort of notification saying that the bag is in stock, just because it is kind of difficult to get it, especially if you have a very specific color in mind. If you're more open to all the colors and you think that, you know, they work well with any of your outfits, then you're probably in better luck, because I do see that currently, as of today, there is the chocolate brown color that is currently available, and I think that color looks beautiful and it actually would be great for the fall and winter. So yeah, definitely check it out, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my review. If you have any, you know, questions or concerns, or, you know, anything you want to know about the brand, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll do my best to answer it. Also want to give a quick shout out to Amy. I will link her YouTube channel down below, but she's actually one of the first YouTubers that I saw that had a pretty in-depth review of this bag. So yeah, just shout out to her. I thought she had some really great opinions, and she really made me get an idea of what it would like to get the bag and that whole process, in addition to kind of showing what I should expect. So yeah, thanks so much again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.